Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Good day. My name is Gregory Ragg, and I am the founder of Streets, as well the inventor of IMO. Today, I thank you for joining us as we're here at a women's shelter in Washington, D.C., right across the street from the Department of Labor. I've got a trained professional facilitator that you're truly going to delight in, named Miss Ratina Christian, who's going to present to you IMO. IMO is opulent, organized, optimistic,
omnipotent,
outstanding, open-hearted, and obedient to God. We also present to you the women of the John L. Young Shelter. These ladies here, they are too. Oh, so sit back, hope you enjoy it, and we'll be talking to you soon. The IMO game is a seemingly endless maze designed to simulate life's ongoing journey, which is filled with twists, turns, trials, tribulations, and triumphs. As the player rolls the dice, they navigate through the maze to their life's next O currents. Depending upon the color of the O they land on, the player may have to pull an O card. Each color O has a different connotation of the O currents in life. For example, a black O is somewhat a safe haven, a time for one to be still, pull no card, take a breath. A red O is somewhat troubling as the stakes are high on the negative side, whereas a blue O is somewhat rewarding as the stakes are high on the positive side. Each card reveals an inspirational message from Iyanla Vanzant's 1993 book, Acts of Faith, requiring the player to reflect and share how this message is applicable to them. This is the time to dig deep on matters of the heart, as the player must convince the other players that their answer is authentic and that they are being honest with themselves. There is no right or wrong answer, nor a time limit for the dialogue, as the message may foster debate, delusion, drama, and dreams, with the objective of deliverance. At the end of this discussion, the peers score the player based on their answer. Though life points are tabulated and an exit is present in the maze, this is quickly forgotten as relationships are strengthened and commitments are no longer compromised, as IMO is a game of healing for one or all involved. IMO may be played in a group setting with or without a facilitator, and can even be played alone, as IMO becomes a daily inspirational tool, tracking one's life journey and recording it with a journal. Finally, IMO is transferable to the computer and primed for the iPhone and Android market. Without further delay, let's take a look at IMO in session.
All right, Miss Katrina, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
like he wanted to run away, did he?
But we got it.
Okay.
You have 8.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now, let's see what your card says.
Okay.
Okay. It says if you're willing to deal with the past, you can make the moment you are in rich. How many know who said that?
No.
Our life lesson, Miss Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, wow. She said that?
Yeah, so you got to dig in on this because you know she digs in.
She did a little sober, don't she?
That's right. So if you're willing to deal with the past, you can make the moment right here, right now. You are in rich.
Okay, when it said dig into the past to make this moment richer. When you're talking about digging into the past, it's talking about the good things, the bad things, different kind of things that happened to you in the past. But if you let it get a grab hold of you to hinder you from any footsteps or anything you want to get to, it's a bad thing. Because you're letting that one bad thing or one thing happen to you to hinder you from digging into anything your mind and heart desire. Like I said one time before, accept those things that you only can change, and nothing that you can change or do anything, but you can change it if you really want to change it. But you got to have a strong mind, body, and soul, and spiritually to change it. Because like me, for instance, a little quote, my whole neck was sliced, cut to the death. They wanted to cut my jugular vein. They was robbing me. I didn't want to give up the pocketbook. So I didn't give up the pocketbook, so I just walked on. Next thing I know, one grabbed me one side, one grabbed the other side, another sliced the throat. And I walked, because they left me there bleeding, blood just draining off the sidewalk. My neck was open up. So I had to walk to the phone booth and call 911 myself. Because everybody just walked by me like I was a nobody. So when he said about make things richer, if I had to let this hinder me, I would have been dead. That's it.
Guess what she said?
What?
When you said it's about you doing it, Miss Oprah Winfrey says the buck stops with me. The buck stops with you. And that's what you said. So you know what? You got it.
Thank you.
Now, Miss Kilman, how you rate Miss Katrina?
I'm going to say A because she was being herself. She was talking about how she understands what she's been through, with something she's experienced in her life. And she understands I'm not going to let what happened to me define me. I've been through something, and she said I'm keeping going on. And she said it did. She also talked about don't let it hinder you. And so she's saying as I move every day, I remember what happened, but I have a positive awareness because I survived it. She says, I believe, life was in me. I took from that, and here I am. And I didn't let it hinder me. And she kept the motion, so she didn't try to bury it. And that's good.
Karen? Give her 10. Why you give her 10?
Because I've been there.
Tell me about that. Not today. It's all right. It's all right. Tears cleanse. It's all right. Miss Phoebe? Why you give her 10, Miss Phoebe?
But she cried. She cried.
She prayed. What does this mean to you? To deal with your past, in order to make the moment sitting right here in this shelter playing the old game. This moment. Okay. But you know what? What you just did, what she just did, that's a matter of the heart that's already spoken. Don't need no words. Miss Mary. Yeah. My wise one back there.
Okay, I'm going to give her a 10 because I've been where she is, not particularly with the throat, but when I was 8, my clothes caught on fire, and I went through 3 major surgeries for skin draft. I had second and third degree burns. The only thing is, it started in the front, and I was running for my mother, but it never got any further up here. Okay, 3 years ago on Christmas Eve, God took my mother home. She was my best friend. 6 months later, in 2009, he took my husband home. So, those two, well, I really haven't dealt with my burn issue, but I've been dealing with it, and now I'm going to see a site to deal with the death of my 2 loved ones. They were real close. They were my backbone and my soul, so I'm dealing with it. It's not great, it's not good, but as long as I got God on my side, I can move on day by day. You know, so I give her a 10. I commend her very highly for being able to tell what she has went through, and to have anybody else that's went through what she has went through to be able to witness themselves and to be able to talk about it. As long as you can talk about what you've been through, it's a healer.
And all of you, none of us here have arrived, but we have to always, and this is what she said. She's literally saying a special word that has always got me through. I cannot say that I've arrived, but one thing that I do is I press. You know, sometimes I crawl it in to reach a higher place of excellence in me and what I'm called to do. That's what she challenges us to do. She knows to deal with her past, to deal with your past. You got to do that, because when you do, you all have enjoyed playing this game with Smile, because somewhere in there you have learned to count the joy and keep pressing. You may not make the mark, but you're doing that, and you've learned how to make joy out of your chaos, out of your confusion as you deal with that past. That is what she's talking about. She's not talking about the fact that you are here. She's talking about, where are you in you? Have you learned to do that? Starts with you. Okay? It starts with you. I want to read something, though. I know, I see the tears, but it's good. Because this one was deep. It's really a real deep life lesson that we do every day. Everybody must do this. Because you're doing this. You deal with your past, and you're doing this. It's almost like doing the electric slide, right? Let's see what acts of faith Iyanla Vanzant says with this. Yes, my dear, I'm sorry. Okay. We are products of our past, the environment of our childhood. For those of us who had painful childhood, we're determined to get away from our memories, and we cannot. Our past is a part of our today, and we carry it in our hearts. We model what we saw, heard, and experienced as children. It is called a pattern. We do what was done to us, and we behave the way we saw others behave. Unwittingly, with a great deal of denial, we repeat the physical, the emotional, and mental patterns set by our family. And the only way to stop the cycle or to break the pattern is to go back and deal with the pain. We must relive the memories before we can erase them. And we must confront the people in our minds and say now what we could not say then. We must explore the feelings, unpack the guilt, and free ourselves from the baggage we picked up at home. Ladies, the buck stops with you, and it stops with me. Pretty good? But remember something, because that one statement, I keep hitting on that Oprah says, when you deal with your pain, you can look and talk about that tragedy, but guess what? It don't hurt. It don't bother you. And that's why the moment that you're living in has become so rich, because you dealt with it. You can go back there, but it's not going to do what it's doing here. Or to some of you. Okay? And that's where you want to get where she said. But remember, if you don't remember a life lesson today, remember those decisions to do that, to go back, it stops with you. You can go to counseling all you want. You can pray all you want. until you deal with that pain, the pattern of your past, you will not be enriched in your moment. So just take one piece that she says. The buck stops with you. No one else. It doesn't even start with God. You all are praying, and He doing that. Well, I'm waiting for you to go up in there. I'm already there. See, you have this conception that God gonna do it. No, He doesn't. He's waiting on you. He said the buck stops with you. Get in that pain. Get in that pattern. I've already given you the power. That's why she doesn't say the buck stops with God or anybody else. It stops with you. Okay? So if you don't get anything else today, please get that. In everything you do, it begins with you. Okay? And we already see how enriched, and I'm not talking about money, that she lives. Or environment. Okay? So you have one statement, the buck stops with you, and she's given the instruction. Go in your pain. Go in your past. Deal first with your thoughts and your feelings.
I am old. The buck stops with me. I am open-hearted.
My name is Katrina. The buck stops with me. I am optimistic and I am open.
The buck stops with me. I am Karen. I am organized. I am old.
Hi, my name is Mary, and I am old. I am obedient to God, and the buck stops with me.
I am O, and see when I feel and I think about the letter O, the vibration of O calls upon the original channel that which it began in me, and it calls upon me to remember. You understand what I'm saying? Calls upon me to know, and these words flow out of my spirit because I am opulent. I always am rich with mad treasure, and I drop science everywhere. I'm opulent because there are rivers and streams of beautiful curtains. You cannot see past me. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking about organized. I like things exact because you gotta have things organized because it makes the rhythm flow. Oh, you're not feeling it right now. See, when I'm optimistic, that means nothing can tongue me down. Do you understand? Do you feel the old vibration of what God is talking about? Optimistic, optimism, it fights. It's more powerful than the word positive. Do you understand? I'm omnipotent because the great trials I've overcome. I know God is with me, guaranteed to be with me. I'm omnipotent because God said I am with you and you can do all things through me. And I am open-hearted because I love and have mercy unceasingly. That's right. How can you not be open-hearted? How can you not feel another's pain? I will relate to you and be real with you. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm humble and I am submitted to God. I love God. I'm able to be great, but I'm able to be humble because I've been birthed to it. You understand? I'm obedient to God. Always a great word. I am O. And I'm telling you, my God, what do you feel as the O in you? What do you feel as the O in you? O is original. Oh, grace. Oh, grace.
Oh, grace. Oh, grace. What would I do without your grace? Your grace. Oh, grace. Oh, grace. Oh, grace. Oh, grace. Where would I be without grace?